accused of beating women outside of your marriage, okay? They're for JJ's only. Now, according to Miss Jones, she is not just any radio host. First black woman with a syndicated morning show, okay? She claims that a source came to her from Swizz Beatz' camp stating that Swizz Beatz was beating Lala Anthony. Miss Mary, Miss I don't do no wrong. Miss please, I'm a victim. My husband is dragging me. Miss Jones ain't never got on the radio to lie about nothing. You know she know everybody.
Midnight has barely wrapped its velvet cloak around Manhattan when the first tremor hits a cryptic ping on Alicia Keys' phone that slices through the hush of her candlelit studio like a rogue high note. She's polishing a new chord progression, thinking about tour visuals and that luminous brand she spent years burnishing when curiosity drags her thumb toward the unknown link. The screen blooms pixel by traitorous pixel until a grainy elevator camera locks in on Swizz Beatz and Lala Anthony tangled together in a smolder that no publicist could spin. Time slows, sweat beads, and though the clip is silent, Alicia swears she hears the hiss of her image turning to ash. She gasps, heart ricocheting like a snare roll, questions detonating. How long? How dirty? How many saw before her? The hook is set, the mystery ignites, and the stakes are sky high.
Okay, go ahead.
Because I held this in for an entire year, right? So when we first launched the reunion show, somebody that claims to be working in Swizz's camp reached out to me in what I now know is a DM via direct messenger, right? Saying, I work for Swizz and I need you to know that him and Lala have been having an affair. They are madly in love with each other, but he has already told Lala and continues to tell her, calm down, I'm not leaving my wife. If you don't believe me, go on his page on IG. He always starts leaving comments in the morning and she be the first one to respond. But she don't just leave one response. She keeps it going and going and going to the point where he says, you got to chill because it's starting to look obvious to my wife.
You don't know, Swizz Beatz, former big-time producer, married to Alicia Keys, has recently been accused of having an affair with Lala. Now, who knows? The key word here is accused, and he did the right thing. He jumped right in front of it, got on Instagram like, hell no, ain't nothing going on with me and Lala. Lala did the right thing too. Kept her mouth shut, didn't say a word. But if this is true on any level, 3 things can be put together from here that are teachable moments for y'all. Hear me out when I say these 3 things. Number 1 is karma is undefeated. Number 2, a person who has nothing to lose will help you lose everything. And number 3, hurt people hurt people.
Quick pulse check slap like tap subscribe, drop your bombshell prediction, then strap in, this ride just left the station. First up, let's magnify that incendiary tape itself, because legend says it didn't simply drop, it crash-landed onto encrypted group chats like a meteor, splintering trust in real time. One second you've got Swizz Beatz keeping studio hours that blur into dawn. The next, his designer hoodie is pinned against an elevator mirror, while Lala's manicured hand traces the jawline that launched 1,000 beats.
Him at his dad's, and why can't his dad come over and see his bedroom at our house? It was really a wake-up call. Even if we don't want to for ourselves right now, we have to do it for him because he doesn't deserve it.
Around with Swizz and not breaking up happy homes. Like, people are forgetting when she moved into Swizz and them's house to work on the music with him, he was still married to his wife, living in that same house. And then she moved in while she was cool with the wife. It's plotting to steal her husband to cover up the fact that she's a dyke and she had just got caught beating that girlfriend of hers up down there in Aruba somewhere or something like that.
No hazy club lighting here, overhead LEDs capture every whisper of body language, the kind detectives replay when they need intent, not accident. For a hot 45 seconds, the duo moves as if choreography were destiny. Her laugh, his smirk, a shared glance so practiced it feels routine, and then the kiss. Soft, slow, unhurried, the kind reserved for people who know they'll get a second and third round. When the doors glide open, they part like seasoned thieves, adjusting collars, eyes trained forward. Whoever leaked the clip snatched it from the building's security archive 3 months ago, sold it to a gossip broker for a 5-figure crypto payout, and waited for Mercury retrograde to maximize chaos. That timing? Diabolical. Within minutes, every shade room and fan forum was looping it, analyzing lip pressure, calculating timestamps, deciding whether the moment happened before or after Alicia's last anniversary post. Damage control? Too late once pixels escape, they breed. Second, the affair's backstory is juicier than any soap opera writer's room. Insiders insist the flame ignited 3 years ago during what industry calendars labeled a philanthropy summit in Cannes. Swizz arrived with entourage, Lala hosted a panel on media branding, and a freak rainstorm marooned VIPs in a hotel lounge stocked with Dom Perignon and dim lighting. Witnesses recall them huddled over a single phone, laughing at private memes until 3 Ampere. A harmless scene, except the hotel night manager saw them order room service tiramisu to Suite 6 2 moments later. Fast forward, fans started clocking identical marble bathrooms in there, stories, matching city skylines and reflection shots, and a suspicious pattern of Swizz posting sunrise views seconds before Lala dropped heart eye emojis. Digital sleuths, layered photos, changed opacity, proved the clouds matched like fingerprints. Meanwhile, both camps maintained just friends, citing mutual love of art, sneakers, and cultural philanthropy. Yet jet charter logs show they landed in Tokyo hours apart on at least 2 occasions, allegedly to scout sound installations, translation, date night under neon lanterns. They've mastered the near-miss photo trick, her purse strap in his frame, his watch face in hers, but fandom CSI still built a timeline thicker than a Marvel plot bible. Each discovery poured more gasoline, turning suspicion into inevitability. By the time Cannes rolled around again, rumor had evolved into folklore, whispered backstage at every awards show. Third comes the Carmelo factor, the plot twist that turned messy into Shakespearean. Lala was still officially Mrs. Anthony, when the clandestine spark supposedly caught fire, and Melo's own resume of yacht parties and mysterious maternity wards had already bruised their vows. According to a Hamptons beach house caterer, Melo caught wind of late-night FaceTime logs and rolled up to a charity gala, itching for a full-court press. Picture a candlelit tent, $10 K plates, a silent auction, Picasso hanging crooked. When Melo corners Swizz behind the Champagne Tower, witnesses swear the air crackled louder than a playoff arena, accusations hurled, egos flared, glass shattered into stardust across white linen. Security whisked donors toward valet as Lala emerged mascara-streaked, ripping her Cartier ring off mid-sob. The fallout? TMZ cameras caught Melo alone at Nobu, tipping waiters extra to dodge questions, while Lala scrubbed his last name from BIOS before sunrise. Their teenage son, stuck between highlight reels and headlines, allegedly learned the blow-by-blow from TikTok breakdowns before breakfast. Public sympathy vaulted Lala from scorned wife to phoenix in training, yet insiders claim the move was less revenge, more refuge. She'd already emotionally relocated to Swizz's penthouse view of Central Park, where loyalty looked different under dimmer switches. The Anthony marriage? Officially benched, divorce papers filed within the quarter, sealing this subplot with a buzzer-beater heartbreak. Fourth, let's rewind to the midnight radio nuke that blew rumors mainstream. On a sleepy Thursday in 2021, veteran shock jock Miss Jones cracked the mic, and with the casualness of reading traffic, announced she'd received DMs from a trusted soldier in Swizz's army who claimed the producer and Lala were madly in love, but he'd never leave his Grammy-stacked queen. Social feeds convulsed, clubhouse rooms hit capacity, users quote-tweeted frenetic transcripts, and every blog raced to embed grainy screenshots. Swizz fired back within hours, no eloquent statement, just a terse, "knock it off," layered over an image of Alicia's 2016 single Lala, a clapback so cryptic it practically confirmed suspicion. Analysts dissected font choice, while meme accounts photoshopped Swizz wearing clown shoes. Meanwhile, Miss Jones doubled down, detailing emoji exchanges showing Lala responding to Swizz's sunrise posts faster than his own wife. PR experts advised silence, but the internet despises a vacuum. Chatter multiplied, birthing theories from staged PR ploys to Illuminati ritual distractions. Every mainstream outlet latched on, crystallizing rumor into cultural talking point. For Alicia's camp, the broadcast felt like an air raid siren warning that shadows were about to get rude with fluorescent light, and that their dignified hush strategy was now a losing game. Within 48 hours, Google searches for Swizz Lala elevator spiked 800%. Proof curiosity had gone viral. Fifth, the night Alicia allegedly discovered definitive proof feels ripped from a prestige drama finale. 2 weeks after renewing vows beneath a floral arch rumored to cost 6 figures, she found herself alone in their penthouse, scrolling a shared iCloud like any spouse double-checking calendar invites. A mysterious folder titled with a single red heart flashed up. Tap. Inside, a hotel hallway clip in 4 Kelvin clarity. Swizz in a charcoal suit, Lala in emerald silk, her hand smoothing his lapel before their lips meet under gilded sconces. Alicia's scream, neighbors say, rattled baccarat chandeliers next door. She hurled a crystal decanter wedding gift from Oprah against the wall, glass raining like sharp applause. Within minutes, her assistant was purging couple photos from scheduled campaigns, lawyers were looped in, and a cybersecurity firm was tasked with damming the leak. Swizz arrived mid-storm, reportedly kneeling on shards, begging for a healing journey. Alicia demanded timelines, her voice oscillating between heartbreak and fury like a broken synthesizer. By dawn, she'd slipped off her custom ring, stepped onto a balcony overlooking the East River, and vowed that if one more receipt surfaced, the marriage would be fed to the wolves of public opinion. Tabloids sensed blood, dispatching drones for balcony photos, while fans decoded her sudden silence on Instagram Live. This was ground zero for brand implosion. Sixth, the blind item breadcrumb trail had been signaling chaos long before mainstream eyes adjusted. For years, celebrity gossip newsletters referenced an initials-obsessed beat architect married to an A-list songbird who slipped into hotel lobbies with protégés, promising them playlists and Prada. Each item grew bolder. One hinted he'd already married a mistress once and wasn't eager for a sequel. Another teased his wife's new television gig gave him extra playtime. TikTok sleuths stitched these blinds into montage, overlaying flight trackers and paparazzi candids. They noticed Swizz's jet code matched departures from Teterboro at suspicious hours, often touching down where Lala simultaneously uploaded cryptic sunrise stories. Gen Z investigators used satellite imagery to match villa rooftops to drone footage. One even cross-referenced cloud shapes, arguing cumulus formations don't lie. Each viral stitch racked up millions, turning speculation into episodic content and priming the audience, so the elevator tape felt like season finale confirmation rather than shock. By the time traditional press caught on, the digital jury had filed its verdict: guilty, with a side order of déjà vu. Industry veterans marveled. Never had reputation eroded so swiftly through crowdsourced detective work, proving that in 2025, privacy is just latency waiting for Wi-Fi. Bitter insiders whispered he underestimated keyboard warriors, forgetting every new device ships with a built-in magnifying glass and unlimited overtime hunger. Seventh, peel back the emotional layer of sisterhood betrayal, and you'll find a wound that bleeds heavier than any tabloid headline. Alicia and Lala once paraded matching pastel suits on daytime talk shows, preaching women supporting women, shared private jet rides to philanthropic galas, and organized sleepovers where their boys bonded over Marvel marathons. Lala even helped plan Alicia's surprise 40th, sourcing vintage piano cake toppers. So, when the elevator clip surfaced, insiders say Alicia didn't just feel cheated, she felt infiltrated. The house key she'd given Lala for spontaneous spa nights now symbolized enemy access. Childhood photos of their sons posed in Yankees jerseys mocked her from the mantle. Lala's camp counters that Alicia had gradually iced her out, gatekeeping elite circles after a career glow-up, and that the affair sprouted from shared loneliness, not malice. Regardless, fans devoured the double betrayal narrative. Red carpet besties turned star-crossed rivals. A plot so soap-ready network, execs allegedly pitched a limited series within days. Comment sections became war zones, one side brandishing loyalty hashtags, the other preaching karma, and somewhere in the ruckus brand girl power took collateral damage, proving betrayal feels worse when it steals the soundtrack of friendship. Brand psychologists note such public ruptures rewrite fan memory, turning every archived hug into potential foreshadowing, every compliment into possible sarcasm. Eighth, history's echo pounds like a subwoofer, thanks to Mashonda, Swizz's ex-wife who dropped an open letter in 2009 that still circulates like forbidden literature. She accused Alicia of moving into their marital home under the guise of collaboration, only to ghostwrite a new love story at Mashonda's expense. Alicia refuted the timeline, but the internet scrawled "home wrecker" beside her philanthropy quotes and never fully erased it. Fast forward to 2018, Mashonda, Alicia, and Swizz staged a reconciliatory ABC interview, presenting a blended family tableau that publicists lauded as modern maturity. Now, with roles reversed, Stan Culture screen caps Mashonda's serene smile, asking if grace masked grit. Karma threads trend daily, reminding onlookers of the proverb, "How you get them is how you lose them." Critics argue that narrative oversimplifies human mess, yet the symmetry seduces. 2 women, 1 man, public heartbreak, looping like a sample pack. Mashonda has remained diplomatic, tweeting prayer hands emojis instead of shade, but industry whisperers say publishers are dangling 7-figure memoir advances. Should she speak, a decade's worth of archived group texts and legal filings might reframe everything, providing receipts Alicia's current predicament can't outrun. Past and present blur, reminding audiences that celebrity timelines are rarely linear, they boomerang with interest. Viewers crave that full-circle closure almost as much as they crave a new album drop. Both promise catharsis in stereo. 9th, just when it felt the Scandal playlist was complete, whispers of a fresh paternity twist dropped like an unannounced remix. Rumor mills allege Swizz quietly submitted DNA samples this spring after a London stylist filed papers claiming her newborn carries his megawatt grin. Flashback to 2000. Swizz fathered a son with Nicole Levy while Mashonda grieved a stillbirth. By 2008, he welcomed daughter Nicole with singer Jonna Sebastian amid the early Alicia courtship. The pattern reads like a drum loop, different verse, same beat. Blogs swear the stylist met Swizz during a sound-healing retreat in Marrakesh, posting cryptic captions about soul alignment days after his jet landed. If the baby theory sticks, Alicia faces not only friendship betrayal, but the reality of her boys gaining a half-sibling conceived mid-marriage. Lawyers reportedly invoked the prenup's paternity clause, a financial landmine designed for exactly this scenario. Brand strategists debate whether Alicia should get ahead with a controlled statement or stay silent and let legalities speak. Meanwhile, Spotify playlists stack her early empowerment anthems alongside breakup classics, fans interpreting every lyric as coded subtext. A new outside child would tilt sympathy scales decisively and perhaps trigger industry record alimony figures. The beat goes on, but the metronome sounds costlier each cycle. Insiders predict courtroom paparazzi, eclipsing even Depp Heard levels if this chapter reaches deposition stage. 10th and final, the horizon looms with 3 divergent endings, each more cinematic than the last. Path 1 sees Alicia filing before Grammy cutoff, unleashing a press tour Phoenix arc where she channels anguish into a concept album laced with trap drums and gospel choirs. Ticket pre-sales would shatter records, and Swizz's producer tag might never clear samples for her again. Path 2 involves Lala seizing agency via a sit-down, tell-all-think streaming service exclusive, soft lighting, tears glittering like Swarovski, where she reframes herself as lonely confidant who slipped and fell into affection. Public empathy could swing her brand from actress to truth speaker. Path 3. The NDA détente buries evidence in legal vaults, leaving fans to theorize forever while all parties pose for blended family holiday shoots. Vegas oddsmakers refresh divorce lines hourly, documentarians storyboard chapters, even fragrance companies eye heartbreak perfumes inspired by scorched sandalwood. Meanwhile, Alicia's Instagram remains eerily curated sunsets, studio candles, no ring, a masterclass in withholding just enough to inflate curiosity. Swizz posts cryptic proverbs about resilience, yet disables comments. Lala uploads gym selfies captioned, "Owning my narrative as if rep sets equal redemption arcs." In a streaming era where attention is currency, each player weighs whether confession or silence pays higher ROI. Whatever choice lands, remember, in Hollywood love might be blind, but cloud storage has 20/20ths and screenshots never expire.